How are you? In this video we are going to talk about LCM and GCF of two numbers. This is Mr. Fakada. If you have any comment, any question, please don't forget to comment on the comment button and to subscribe and share. Let's dive in. So to find the LCM and GCF of two numbers, the common method is, so for example, if you are required to find LCM of X and Y, so what you do is you find the multiples first, the multiples of each one, which is a very difficult way. So you find the multiples of X, you list them, you find the multiples of Y, then you list them, you figure out the commons, and out of the commons you just figure out the least one. But today I'm going to show you how to do the LCM and GCF of two numbers easily. So consider two numbers. You are given two numbers, you are looking for the LCM of two numbers. Those numbers are maybe 24 and so LCM and GCF of 32 and 24 is required. So the written method you follow is to find the LCM of 32 and 24. So first you do the multiples of 24 are, so 1 times 24 is 24 itself, 2 times 24 is 48, and 3 times 24 is 72. Then the next number is 96, and so you find the multiples of the second number 32. Then 1 times 32 is itself 32, the next is 64, and the next number is 96. You can add 32 and 64, you can get 96, and so the common ones you can just find the LCM. The common is the LCM of the least common multiple of 24 and 32 is, so from this list it is 96. You can see the smallest one is 96. But there is a very short way of method of to find LCM. To do that, what you do is you find the prime factorization of the two numbers. Now we know 24 is how much it is. You can say 24 is maybe 3 times 8. You can say 24 is 3 times 8. So this is equal to how much? 2 times. This is 3 times 2. 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. So when you prime factorize 24, it is how much? It is 3 times 2 to the power of 3. This is 24. And do the same for 32. How much is the prime factorized form of 32? So you can do 32 is simply 2 to the power of 5, because 2 times 2 is 4. This is 4. This is 8. 2 times. So 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Then 16 times 2 is how much? 32. Times 2 is 32. So meaning 32 is 2 to the power of 3 to the power of 5. But you have only one number here, but you have two numbers, 3 and 2. So you can introduce here times 1. You can say 1, but except 0, any number the power of 0 is 1. So you can say 32 is equal to 2 to the power of 5 times 3 to the power of 0. Now how do you find the LCM of 24 and 32? What you do is now you write the prime numbers used to factorize for each numbers. So there is 32 here, there is 3 2 here, so you have 2 to the power of 3 times 3 to the power of 3 to the power of 1 here, and these are I'm sorry, I don't have to write the power, so I need to write the base number, the prime number, the basis, the prime numbers 3 and 2 first. In the case where you are looking for multiples, so you put the maximum power of each numbers. So here you have 3 to the power of 1, but here you have 3 to the power of 0. So you take for multiples 3 to the power of 1, and you have there 2 to the power of 3, but here you have 2 to the power of 5. For a multiple, you take the maximum power of the prime number, so this is 5. Now this is equal to how much? 32 times 3. How much is 32 times 3? 32 by 3. 3 times 2 is, it is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. So the LCM of 24 and 32 is how much? It is 96. The other is how to find the greater common greater common factor of 32 and 24. So what you do here is you again use the prime numbers to get the factors too. So we have already said that 24 is how much it is, 2 to the power of 3 times 3 to the power of 1, and 32 is how much in the prime factorization, it is 2 to the power of 5 times 3 to the power of 0. Now we are looking for factor. Now how much is the greater common factor of 32 24? First you write the prime numbers. The prime numbers you use are 3 and 2, so this is 3 times 2. For factors, don't forget, for factors you give the minimum power of the prime numbers used to factor. So that the minimum power for 3 is 0, and the minimum power for 2 is 3. Yeah, so this is how much the GCF of these two numbers, 24 and 32, is 1. 3 to the power of 0 is 1, then 2 times 3 is 8, that is 8. So we can follow the routine way of to find this GCF. So what are the factors of 24? You can list. So 2 is a factor, 3 is a factor, then 4 is a factor, then 6 is a factor. What is the other factor? Is 12 is a factor. I'm sorry, here I omit 8. 8 is a factor because 3 times 8 is 24. The other factor is 12. The other factor is 24. Then what are the factors of 32? You can list the factors of 32. So 2 is a factor and 4 is a factor. Then what is the next factor? The next factor is 8. Yeah, the next factor is 8. The next factor is 16, then 32. You can see the common factors. What are the common factors of 32, 24? These are 2, in both cases there is 2, there is 4, and there is 8 in both cases. Yes, so from this commons, which one is the greatest? The greatest common factor of 32 or 24 is 8, but you can use the prime factorization to find this LCM. Let us develop this with more examples. So we are looking for the LCM of 360 and 480, and then we are going to do the greater common factor of these two numbers, 360 and 480. Now the challenge is to factorize these two numbers. So we can take 360 here, then you can use the ladder method. So you can prime factorize this 360, then by 2, this is 3 by 2 is 1 times, but 1 times 2 is 2, then 3 minus 2 is 1. You keep it here, then you can take the 16 there, so there's a 6 up here. 16 by 20 is how much time? It is 8. Yet simply keep the 0 here. Now again by 2, then 9, 0, because 8 is, you can cut 8. Then again by 2, it is 45. Now no more by 2, then you do by 3. By 3 is 15. Yeah, then again by 3 is 5. Then you can take by 5, it is 1. So this is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5 will give you this number. So the factors, the prime factorized form of 360 is equal to how much? 2 to the power of 3. How much 2's we have? Yeah, it's 2 3 times 3 to the power of 2 times 5 to the power of 1. Let us do the same for this number. So you can keep 480 here, then you do by 2. By 2 is 240, divided by 2, 1, 2, 0 again by 2, 60, again by 2, it is 30, again by 2, by 2, 15, then by 3 it is 5, then by 5 it is 1. So 1 2 3 4 5. So this 480 is equal to 2 to the power of 1 2 3 4 5, 2 to the power of 5 times 3 times 5. All right, now we have, in both cases we have 3, 5 and 2 as prime factorize, but prime numbers used to factorize. So in order to get the multiple first, LCM of 360, 480 equal to, the first thing you do is you write the prime numbers, then 2 times 3 times 5. In the case of multiple, you give the maximum power for the prime numbers. You have 2 to the power of 3 here, you have 2 to the power of 5 here, the maximum power is 5. You have 3 to the power of 1 here, you have 3 to the power of 2 here, you take the 3 to the power of 2, and you have 5 to the power of 1 in both cases, so you just put 1. Now this is equal to how much? This is equal to 32 times 9 times 5. Now let's do this. 32 times 95 means 32 times 9 times 5 means 9 times 5 is 45. 45 times 32 you can do. Then 2 times 5 is 10. You got 1. This is 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. 3 times 5 is 15. You got 1. 3 times 2 is 3 times 4 is how much? It's 12 plus 1 is 13. You keep it here, then 0, then 4, you have 1 here, 4 again. This is the LCM, so this is equal to 1440 is the LCM of the least common multiple of 360 and 480. Let's do the factor again. So to get the greatest common factor, GCF of 360 and 480, then what you do is, so you take, as usual, this is equal to how much? You take the prime numbers used to factorize. So we have 2 times 3 times 5. Now the minimum power is for the factor, the maximum power is for the multiple, the least common multiple. So the maximum power for 2 is 3, because it is 5 here, it's 3 here, and the minimum power for 3 is 1 here, and the minimum power for 5 is 1. Now 3 to the power of 2 to the power of 3 is how much it is? 8 times 15. Let us do this one. How much is 15 times 8? So 8 times 5 is 40. 4 here. This is 1 plus 4 is, then that is 12. So this is the result is how much? It is 120. Now meaning the greater common factor of 360, 480 is what? It is 120. And the least common multiple of 360, 480 is how much? We have already done earlier. So this is equal to 1440. So the thing you do is you simply prime factorize the number to be just the numbers given, and you take the prime numbers, and for multiple you give the maximum power and carry out the product. For factors you just take the product of the prime numbers again, but you give, in the case of factors, you provide the minimum power of each prime numbers used to factorize. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment on the videos, so that you can have very useful videos on the previous sessions, so that you can just have notification when I post another video. Thank you.